Okay, let's clear something up right now. Autistic people do not lack empathy. They do not have broken empathy, missing empathy, or some sort of emotional void. That's entirely a myth, a misunderstanding, and honestly, it's a communication mismatch disguised as a character flaw. Today, I'm going to explain exactly why this stereotype exists, why it's completely wrong, and what the real difference is between autistic empathy and neurotypical empathy. By the end of this video, you'll understand something that most people never learn. The autistic empathy is not absent, it's different. And once you see the difference, communication gets so much easier. So where the hell did this myth come from? For decades, society assumed autistic people lack empathy for one simple reason. They don't always express empathy in the same way neurotypical people do. Neurotypicals tend to show empathy verbally. For example, "Oh no, I'm so sorry," or "That must be so hard," or "Tell me more." Autistic individuals often show empathy through action or quiet support, not emotional commentary. So NTs think, "You're not responding how I expect, maybe you don't feel anything." Meanwhile, the autistic partner is thinking, "I'm worried about you, but I don't want to say something wrong, so I'm staying calm so you can stay calm." Two loving intentions, two different expressions, one huge misunderstanding. Now, let's look at the two types of empathy, and this is a game changer here. There's two major types of empathy that everyone's heard of: cognitive empathy and emotional empathy. Cognitive empathy is, I understand what you're thinking. This is perspective taking, reading social cues, guessing someone's emotional state by looking at body language, tone, and facial expression. Neurotypicals tend to excel here, but autistic people may struggle because this form of empathy relies heavily on rapid, intuitive social interpretation. The second one is emotional empathy, and that is, I feel what you're feeling. This is emotional resonance. When someone cries and you feel it in your chest, when someone is overwhelmed and your whole body responds. Now, most autistic people have very strong emotional empathy. In fact, it's so strong that many become overwhelmed by it, leading to shutdown, silence, withdrawal, or problem-solving mode. Now, here's the irony. What neurotypicals interpret as a lack of empathy is often the autistic partners feeling so much empathy that they become overloaded. The wiring is different, the feelings are not missing. So why do neurotypicals often not recognize autistic empathy? Okay, let's break down how these two empathy styles collide. The NT communication style is expressive empathy. They show care through soothing words, emotional mirroring, facial expressions, tone changes, verbal reassurance. Neurotypicals think, if you care, you show it emotionally. Now, the autistic communication style is functional empathy. Autistic people show care through solutions, calming the environment, removing stressors, doing something helpful, staying steady instead of emotional. Autistic partners think, if you care, you do something meaningful and stay regulated so you don't add to the chaos. Same intention, different language. It's like two people saying I love you, but one speaks English and the other speaks sign language. Both are valid, both are real, and both deserve to be understood. Now, let's look at some real-life examples. NT versus autistic empathy. Example 1. You come home upset from a bad day, and the neurotypical interpretation of empathy is, I need emotional validation and space to express my feelings. The autistic partner's natural response is, they may go quiet, they may start giving advice, or they may physically stay near you but not say much. Not because they don't care, but because they're sorting through the intensity of your emotion and trying not to add to it. This is emotional empathy plus self-regulation. Example number 2, you're crying on the couch. The NT partner expects their ASD partner to say, hey, come sit with me, tell me what's wrong, I'm here for you. But the autistic partner might bring you a blanket, make you some tea, sit in the same room quietly, gently touch your arm, give you some physical space. So these are actions instead of words, and support instead of sentiment. Example number 3, you're overwhelmed by a problem. NT empathy is, okay, I'm going to listen, I'm going to emotionally reflect, and I'm going to comfort. Autistic empathy is jumping straight into solutions, not to dismiss your feelings, but because the problem is causing you distress, and solving the problem is how they reduce your pain. This is how they love, this is how they show empathy, through repair, protection, and stability. Now, how can NT partners recognize autistic empathy? Okay. Here's a few practical ways that you as the NT can see the empathy that's already there. Number 1, look for actions, not expressions. Autistic partners often do caring more than they say caring. Number 2, understand that flat affect does not equal flat feelings. A calm expression doesn't mean a calm heart. Number 3, ask directly what empathy looks like for your autistic partner. He might say, I show love by helping you. I stay quiet so I don't overwhelm you. I think a lot about how you're feeling. I just don't always know what to say. Number 4, remember that overload masks empathy. Shutdown is not indifference, it's emotional overflow. Number 5, validate your ASD partner's way of caring. Autistic empathy blossoms when it's recognized instead of criticized. Now here's the truth that changes neurodiverse relationships. Autistic people are not broken. Their empathy is not missing. It's simply expressed through a different neurological pathway. When NT and autistic partners learn each other's emotional languages, the relationship shifts from confusion to connection, from resentment to understanding, from you don't care to you care differently and I finally see it. Now, if this myth-busting content helps you, hit like, subscribe, and share this video with someone who needs to understand autistic empathy on a deeper level. And remember, empathy isn't about looking the same, it's about caring the same. Would you like to schedule a paid private coaching session? This will be in the form of a face-to-face Zoom call. Underneath any of my videos, you'll see this Calendly link. If you click on that link, it'll open up my calendar. You can pick the available days and times that works for your schedule. You'll get a follow-up email immediately after purchasing a session that will have the Zoom link that coincides with the day and time that you picked. I will get an email too that you scheduled a session, and I will be available on that exact day and time, and we will talk. I look forward to working with you.